You can use leverage, and it's the only way a smart guy can go broke. I mean, it basically is if you owe money, you can't pay tomorrow. If you just pay for everything and you do smart things, eventually you get very rich. You can do smart things and use leverage, and if you do one wrong thing along the way, it can wipe you out, because anything times zero is zero. But it's so reinforcing when the people around you are doing it successfully, you're doing it successfully, and it's a lot like Cinderella at the ball. I mean,
you cannot be afraid of buying something that has already moved up significantly, or you shouldn't be afraid of selling something that has already moved down significantly. And that's where the vast majority of people go wrong. When the market has fallen a lot, they won't be looking to sell short. They'll be looking to buy because they think it's cheap. But the market doesn't operate with these principles of cheap or expensive. The market just has the prevailing price. But psychologically, that's very difficult for us to accept, because we're so brainwashed that we go to the supermarket and we see Pepsi-Cola costs X, but Coca-Cola is half price to Pepsi, so we all gravitate towards Coca-Cola because it's cheaper. But cheap in the market is a market that is going down. We don't want to buy that. We want to sell it short. So the whole balance of being one person in real life and being another person in the market, that's what makes trading so incredibly difficult.
There was certainly a period of at least 20 years, I would say, when I think the net utility of knowledge given to finance majors was negative in major universities. I think maybe it's getting better now, but it is.
Imagine that net utility was negative. It was plupervic asinine.
Yeah.
We should use normal English.
I'm worried about what English you're going to use. I don't want to egg him on. Frankly, it was fascinating to me, because it was.
Here's the best market to trade, the one that's set up the most right now, today. It might be gold now, it might be silver next week, it might be potato chips, who knows? I don't have a love affair with any market. I'm looking for a market that has cycles, seasonals, commitment to trade report, accumulation going on, a little bit of trend change in it. That's the market I want to trade. There's no be-all one market, there's no be-all one indicator. So I'm shopping. Most of my research time is on Saturday morning. I go through all the markets. I make a list every Saturday. These markets are set up to rally. These markets set up to decline on a weekly chart. Then I go to the daily chart and say, okay, where are we trend-wise? Can I get a trend change here? Significant trend change. Where would that be? Then I can place a trade.
you can use leverage, and it's the only way a smart guy can go broke. I mean, it basically is if you owe money, you can't pay tomorrow. If you just pay for everything and you do smart things, eventually you get very rich. You can do smart things and use leverage, and if you do one wrong thing along the way, it can wipe you out, because anything times zero is zero. But it's so reinforcing when the people around you are doing it successfully, you're doing it successfully, and it's a lot like Cinderella at the ball. I mean, you know at midnight everything's going to turn to pumpkins and mice, right? But as the evening goes along, I mean, you know, the guys look better all the time, the music sounds better, it's more and more fun. You think, why the hell should I leave at a quarter?
On investment books, if you're asking about that, I would recommend the first two books that Phil Fisher wrote back around 1960, Common Sense and Uncommon Profits, and the second one. They were very good books. You know, I obviously recommend first and foremost The Intelligent Investor, with chapters 8 and 20 are the ones that you really should read. All of the important ideas in investing really are in that book, because there's only about 3 ideas, and those two of them are emphasized in those 2 chapters. Actually, I think John Train's Money Masters is